The Kethvar hunting party had stalked through 17 star systems without finding worthy prey. Their bioluminescent stripes pulsed with frustration as they prowled the corridors of their sleek predator ship, 8 feet of scaled muscle, and razor-sharp claws searching for something, anything, that would provide the thrill their species craved. Captain Zexthul's serpentine head swiveled as his ship's sensors detected a small craft drifting near the asteroid belt of an unremarkable system. The vessel was primitive by galactic standards, constructed of crude metals and basic alloys. Its occupant would barely register as a challenge, but perhaps it would satisfy their hunting instincts until they found something more substantial. A single life form, hissed Navigation Officer Veltara, her forked tongue tasting the recycled air. Mammalian, small, weak electromagnetic signature. Pathetic, Zexthul growled, but his predatory eyes gleamed. Still, the hunt calls. Prepare the capture nets. The human vessel, for that's what it was, though the Kethvar had never encountered this species, offered no resistance as the hunting ship's tractor beams pulled it into the cargo bay. Through the transparent aluminum walls, they could see their prey, a bipedal creature in a white environmental suit, standing motionless beside what appeared to be mining equipment. Dr. Sarah Chen had been collecting mineral samples from the asteroid field when the alien ship appeared. 23 years of xenobiology research hadn't prepared her for first contact, but a lifetime of facing challenges head-on had taught her one thing. Panic was the enemy of survival. The Kethvar boarded her ship with ceremonial weapons drawn, curved, blades that gleamed with an oily sheen, clearly designed more for intimidation than efficiency. Zexthul approached her with the confident gait of an apex predator, expecting to see the familiar signs of terror that preceded every hunt. Trembling limbs, rapid breathing, desperate attempts at communication or escape. Instead, Sarah turned to face him directly. Her brown eyes met his yellow, slit-pupiled gaze without flinching. No cowering, no begging, no attempt to flee. She simply stood there, 5.5 feet of unremarkable human physiology, and stared back at 8 feet of scaled death dealer with the same casual interest she might show when observing a new bacterial sample. Zexthul felt something he hadn't experienced in decades of hunting: uncertainty. "You will come with us," he declared in Standard Galactic, his translator rendering the words in her primitive language. "Your death will bring honor to our hunt." "No," Sarah replied calmly. "I don't think I will." The hunting party exchanged confused glances. Veltara's head crest flared in bewilderment. Did it just refuse to be prey? Sarah removed her helmet, revealing short-cropped black hair and features that seemed impossibly relaxed given the circumstances. "I'm Dr. Sarah Chen, xenobiologist with the Earth Scientific Survey. And you are?" The casual introduction hung in the air like a challenge. Zexthul found himself actually answering before he realized what he was doing. "Captain Zexthul of the Kethvar Predator Clan. You will address me with respect, pray thing." "Captain Zexthul." Sarah nodded politely. "Fascinating bioluminescent displays. Reptilian ancestry, obviously, but those crest modifications suggest significant evolutionary adaptation for intimidation purposes. Tell me, do those serve a mating display function as well, or are they purely predatory?" The clinical analysis delivered in such a conversational tone sent ripples of confusion through the hunting party. Their prey was studying them? "Silence!" Zexthul roared, his crest flaring to full extension. "You dare analyze your superiors?" Sarah tilted her head slightly. "Superior in what sense? Physical mass, certainly. Technological development, arguably. But intelligence?" She shrugged. "Jury's still out on that one." Veltara made a strangled sound. "Did it just insult us?" "Look," Sarah continued as if addressing colleagues at a conference, "I understand you're probably following some kind of cultural hunting imperative. Evolutionary psychology suggests that predatory species often develop ritualistic behaviors around the capture and consumption of prey. But you've made a fundamental error in your assessment." She stepped closer to Zexthul. He instinctively raised his weapon, but she ignored it completely. You see, Captain, humans didn't evolve as prey animals. We evolved as persistence hunters, endurance predators. We ran megafauna to death across the African savanna. We turned wolves into dogs and learned to throw spears at creatures 10 times our size. The reason I'm not afraid of you isn't because I'm stupid or in shock. Her eyes hardened, and for the first time, Zexthul saw something that made his scales crawl. It's because when I look at you, I don't see a predator. I see something that's about to become a very interesting research subject. The temperature in the room seemed to drop several degrees. Sarah's casual demeanor hadn't changed, but there was something in her stance now, something that triggered deep ancestral warnings in the Kethvar consciousness. She wasn't prey. She had never been prey. Behind me on my ship, Sarah continued. Conversationally, you'll find mining equipment designed to cut through solid rock, emergency supplies rated for 30-day survival in hard vacuum, and a complete chemical laboratory with compounds that would probably be quite fascinating to test on previously unknown biological specimens. Zexthul found himself backing away, without conscious thought. The thing about humans, Captain, is we don't just adapt to dangerous environments, we make environments dangerous for everything else. We've turned our entire planet into a weapon. Climate, chemistry, biology, it's all just tools to us. She smiled, and it was neither cruel nor kind. It was the expression of a scientist who had just discovered something new. So here's my counter-proposal. You're going to let me continue my research, and I'm going to pretend this never happened. Because the alternative is that I contact my species and tell them there are self-proclaimed predators out here who need to be studied. And trust me, Captain, you really don't want to become the subject of human scientific curiosity. The hunting party fled to their ship without another word. Later, as they jumped to hyperspace, Veltara approached her captain. Sir, what exactly was that creature? Zexthul stared at the viewscreen, watching Sarah's small ship resume its peaceful mining operations. Something worse than a predator, he whispered. Something that makes predators into prey.